3, 2, 1.
Welcome to this episode of The Spill. I'm Esteban Zalduendo.
And I'm Caroline Marshall, and today we will be talking about Joe Biden, Rudy Giuliani, a Walker Valley play, and the Wheel of Fortune surprise.
Joe Biden became the first American president to recognize the Armenian genocide. This comes over 100 years after the incident. Though relationships between Turkey and NATO have been patchy, the president didn't hesitate to say over the decades, Armenian immigrants have enriched the United States in countless ways. But they have never forgotten the tragic history, Biden said. We honor their history, we see that pain, we affirm the history. We do this not to cast blame, but to ensure that what happened is never repeated again.
Federal agencies are investigating at least 2 possible incidents on U.S. soil, including one near the White House in November of last year, that appears similar to mysterious invisible attacks that have led to debilitating symptoms for dozens of U.S. personnel abroad. Multiple sources familiar with the matter say that while the Pentagon and other agencies probing the matter have reached no clear conclusion on what happened, the fact that such an attack might have taken place so close to the White House is particularly alarming.
Rudy Giuliani's home was raided by the FBI early Wednesday morning. This is a part of an ongoing investigation about his dealings with Ukraine. Most of the items taken were laptops, phones, and other devices. In recent years, Giuliani's reputation has been affected by supporting former President Trump, most likely the cause of this investigation.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Music Review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Beatles.
So you guys may think that we're talking about the skin beetle or like the bark beetle, maybe the hairy fungus beetle or the ground beetle, but in fact we're not talking about them whatsoever. We're talking about the 4 cool dudes known as the Beatles.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard them before, but they're a little underground.
So Mr. Benton, have you ever listened to the Beatles?
Listen to the Beatles? Quite a bit.
I do. Yeah.
Who are the Beatles?
I do listen to the Beatles.
I do.
The Beatles got together in July of 1957 when John Lennon and Paul McCartney would meet in Liverpool. They led a skiffle band and would later meet George Harrison and Ringo Starr. And really, when they would get together and make their first album, would be in 1963.
The Beatles concert at Shea Stadium was the largest of its time, with around 56,000 people there. There were barricades to keep the crowd out, but this didn't stop them, with multiple people jumping over the barricade and having to be escorted out. This lackluster audience caused the Beatles to no longer want to live perform. Introduction to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club.
I'm here today with Jacqueline Bryce. She has a PhD in psychology. How do you feel about the Beatles? What would you say your favorite song would be?
Favorite song? Okay, so this changes quite a bit because early Beatles is so fun. It's all loving stuff. And then the later years is like gets super weird. And then you end with Abbey Road and it's all kind of back fun mixed with the weirdness.
I mean, that one song is kind of good.
Yeah, I like that one song. It's a pretty good one. What would you say your favorite song would be?
You know, I really like While My Guitar Gently Weeps. I think it's a great track. It's off my favorite album by them. I really like it.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was the first album the Beatles did that really focused on studio effort to produce the album. As well as this, Sgt. Pepper's also was the first album to really do concept work as far as focusing on a main theme of the album, using transitions to make it incorporate with it, as well as being one of the first psychedelic rock albums. You can really see how this shaped the Beatles later on in Magical Mystery Tour, the next album that they did. Listen to the Beatles.
Yes, I love the Beatles.
Are you a fan of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr, or George Harrison?
George Harrison's my favorite.
Yeah. How often would you say that you Beatle?
Every day, dude.
Would you call yourself a Beatle fanatic?
I am a Beatle fanatic.
Would you call yourself a Beatle fanatic?
No.
Why not?
I actually started recently listening to them again because we have a record player at our house and wanting to get my daughters into different genres of music. I'm more of like a metal guy. I like hard rock and scary sounding things, and so the Beatles they're just right under metal for me.
So you love the Beatles?
Love the Beatles.
What's your favorite type of Beatle?
George?
I like his hair. It's really luscious.
It was luscious. It is.
I think one of them's name is like Ringo or something. It's kind of a stupid name.
Dumb name.
Dude, I know.
I don't really listen to him.
No, I don't really know him that well, if I'm being honest with you.
An analysis of body camera footage shows that one officer appeared to keep his knee on the upper right side of Mr. Gonzalez's back for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. One day before a Minneapolis jury convicted a former officer of murdering George Floyd, police officers answering a complaint about someone loitering in the park in Bay Area suburb of Alameda pinned Mario Gonzalez to the ground face down using their knees, elbows, and forearms. As he cried out, "Please don't do that to me," they pressed him into the dirt by a sidewalk, his hands cuffed, and for about 5 minutes until he lost consciousness and went limp. Not long after, Mr. Gonzalez, 26, was declared dead.
For those who have missed Drama Club's first performance last Friday, encore performance for Clue will be tonight on April 30th. Again, doors open at 7 p.m. and the play will start at 7:30 p.m. Due to COVID, the seat capacity will be limited and families will need to sit next to each other to follow safety standards. If you are unable to see the play in person, we will once again be live streaming it online. In order to watch the live stream, you will need to go onto the Walker Valley website and look for a tab that says Live Stream Link for Clue. It will then take you to a YouTube link where you can watch the live stream. Admissions are going to be free, but we will be accepting donations at the door. Don't forget to come out and support your Mustangs Drama Club.
A burglary suspect was airlifted to the hospital after being injured during his capture by a Bradley County K-9 unit. It happened around 7:30 a.m. on Wednesday when Bradley County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a burglary call at a barn in Kohala Road Southeast. The Sheriff's Office says as they were en route, a deputy made contact with the suspect's vehicle, which veered off the road and drove through a fence before crashing into a tree. 2 men got out and fled on foot, at which point the deputy deployed his K-9 partner, who captured the driver. Collier has been charged with 2 counts of burglary, 1 count of theft, and 1 count of evading arrest. And now on to weather with Sam Weathers.
Hey everyone, it's a beautiful Friday, April 31st. The high today will be 75 with a low of 55. The sun sets at 8:30, the UV index is 1, and the air quality is a 27. Other than that, I hope everyone has a great day. Now back to you in the studio.
Prince William and Catherine, the Duchess of Cambridge, have released 2 new photographs to mark their 10-year wedding anniversary. The couple, who married at Westminster Abbey on April 29, 2011, released the portraits on Wednesday ahead of their anniversary on Thursday. The photographs were taken at Kensington Palace in London this week by the photographer Chris Floyd, who shared them on Instagram. Floyd said he had recently visited Cambridge, Eastern England for the first time, and that by astonishing coincidence, on that same day, he was asked to photograph the couple to commemorate their anniversary. It was a thrill to spend some time with them at the Kensington Palace, especially as the Duchess is a rather keen photographer, Floyd wrote on Instagram, wishing the couple a happy anniversary.
On Tuesday night, a lucky contestant made history by winning a house on Wheel of Fortune. This might be literally the biggest prize the show has ever given out. This lucky contestant is Laura Trammell. Yahoo Entertainment reports said that Trammell went into the bonus round with $23,690 in prize money after spinning the envelope wheel. Trammell got the puzzle right, and the envelope that Laura had landed on had the house in it, and the house is worth $375,000. Laura ended up walking away with $398,690 in prize money.
2 weeks into April, on the 14th in Ottawa County, Ohio, Mother Amber Ekner went missing in Genoa. During this ongoing investigating, her estranged husband, John Ekner, 43, was also reported missing along with his 4 daughters on April 23rd. Amber had custody of the children due to a domestic violence incident between her and her husband, which was later dismissed after she failed to appear in court. Then, a tip came in from a friend of John's who said that he asked to bury a dead dog on his property in South Toledo. Human remains were found at the burial and found traces of DNA believed to belong to Amber. After the report on the 23rd, it was discovered that John had left the kids with relatives in Tennessee. His cell phone pinged on the tower here in Cleveland, Tennessee at 1:45. Later at 3:30, it pinged west of Cleveland. Ekner was missing until the 27th when he was arrested by law enforcement and charged with murder in addition to previous charges of child endangerment and tampering with evidence. He is due back in court at 1:30 today, April 30th.
Wide receiver Antonio Brown is re-signing with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on a one-year contract. Brown's deal could be worth up to $6.25 million. He is guaranteed $3.1 million, including a $2 million signing bonus. Last season with the Bucs, Brown had 45 catches, 483 yards, and 4 touchdowns. He should be able to help the Buccaneers passing. He should help the passing game like he did last year.
In Walker Valley Sports Day is our senior night for Mustangs baseball team. We are playing the Carnes at 7. Make sure to come out and support our seniors and team as they begin the last few games of a great season. Thank you for watching this episode of The Spill. My name is Esteban Zalduendo.
And I'm Caroline Marshall. Have a great day, Walker Valley.